Okay, here's your quick tip for gradation in our teaching video of lesson series 2, lesson 4. It was the topic is about guiding the eye with gradation. That's teaching you the concept. I want to show you just my method of doing of the brush strokes that we use to do a gradation. This can be used with oil, it can be used with acrylic, or it can be used with gouache. It would be a little bit different with watercolor, but a lot of people painting in oil and acrylic and gouache. So here's the way. I'm going to take a value gradation going from dark to light. You can also gradate from a hue that would go from one color to the other. For example, you could gradate a yellow that goes to red, or you could gradate an intensity that goes from saturation to neutral. But the brush stroke will be the same. The technique will be the same. So this is a value gradation. So I'll start out, and you see what I'm doing here with the brush. I'm just giving it crisscross strokes. And I start out, in this case, with the dark that I need. Then it's a good thing to have some paper towel and to wipe out the excess of the brush. Pick up the next value up, which would be this value right here. But that is a one value up from the darkest value. Wipe out the brush again and then do a crisscross between them like that. And usually you won't have to crisscross more than 2 or 3 times. If you want a kind of a rough gradation where the brush strokes show, you can stop right there. If you want a smooth gradation, then you can bring the brush straight down like that, and you get a smooth gradation. So then you wipe the brush. This is important because the paint from the former value is still in the brush, and so you need to have the brush clean of that so that you can move on to the next value. And here I'm moving on to the next value, and that's this right here, and you can see I can just throw that on very quickly. Wipe the brush, crisscross between them like that, very gently, very gentle touch, and there we have that gradation. Wipe the brush out again, go to the next value up, load the brush with the next value up, give it a crisscross like this, wipe out the brush very gently. Now I'm going to do this in slow motion, where it crosses over one direction, then another, one direction, then another, one direction, then another, like that. And then you could give it a little bit of a feathering on either side if it didn't work out. And I like to have the brush strokes there. I don't like it to be too smooth, so I just leave my brush strokes behind and let it go. And that brings us to about a middle value of that color, of that blue. So we'll go to the next value up, and see, now I'm doing in fast motion what you saw me doing in slow motion before. Wipe the brush, crisscross, 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 very gently, just kind of a feather touch there, and there you go. And so now we've got dark to middle to dark to middle to light, and I believe we can take one more value, and we will have a gradation of dark to light in ultramarine blue and titanium white. So here we go. Now you know what I'm doing. I crisscross the strokes like that, pull the excess color out of the brush, come back and weave them together like this, and there you have it. There's your gradation tip.